In this world, we all have so many things that we ponder. The meaning to a good life, how to achieve world peace, how the fuck do I do these damn taxes, and above all else, what console that a person should be a fanboy of. Side note, fuck PlayStation. Throughout our lives, we all can't help but wonder and ponder these many important questions. Sometimes to the point of just being completely demoralized because you keep thinking about these questions, you just lay in your bed the entire night unable to go to sleep because your mind is racing because you're thinking about these questions, and it just gets to a point to when you're going to sleep at around 7:30 even though you got to be at work at around 8. However, there is one question that always plagues the hearts of men, women, and the folks in between alike. A huge question we all deeply think about no matter what time, place, or destination. Should they date their chosen waifu? Yes, that age-old question that everyone has asked once or twice or 1 jillion times continuously racks our brains bit by bit every single day, with everyone having their favorite things about them. Some have even dedicated servers and spots for these waifus, especially in Japan, where they have cons and gatherings. Ah, yes. These folks are absolutely dedicated and 100% faithful to these ladies to a fault, and even to the point of completely ignoring any of these ladies' problems, issues, or faults. I'm not one of those people. Now, I have my favorite ladies. I mean, look at old Crystal and Carolyn, for instance. But the thing about me is that I take into account their pros and their cons. The main reason is because if I were to date and live with one of these waifus, I want to make sure that I'm not going to have to worry about getting punched into oblivion every single damn time I say good morning. It's called having standards. However, some of y'all have been hurt by men and women so much that your bars are so damn low. And because I care about my followers and subs and viewers, that's where I come in to help y'all out. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, welcome to our new segment on the channel. Should you date that waifu? The show where we delve into your waifus, look into her personality and sometimes his personality, and see what exactly you'll be getting into when dating them. To start off, we'll be looking into one of the anime community's newest members to the long list of ladies with them bullet spraying suitcases. To start, may I introduce to you Nicole Demara, the newest girl boss failure. Wait, is that really what people call her? Alright, so this one is not a bad start. Let's take a look at what we're dealing with at face value first, then we can delve deeper into the main characteristics. First off, all I want to say is, oh mama, look at that damn fit! This woman got the style on her. The boots, the shorts, the shirt that shows off that stomach line, and the coat that really isn't useful as a coat but still adds to that style anyway. As many people know, Nicole is one of the main characters in the fairly new game called Zenless Zone Zero, created by YOU, who made Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact. Character designs for their waifus aren't usually a problem for YOU, as long as the characters are created to look legal and not like 8-year-olds. So of course, she's gonna look like a damn baddie. And of course, we're not even getting into her body type. I mean, look at them hips, those thighs, the boobs with the beauty mark. She's got the looks absolutely down pat. Hell, the style alone makes her look like a damn queen. And apparently people agree with me because they've already started making figures of her completely naked. Looks get an S ranking in my opinion. So that's not going to be a problem, but what about her personality? Fortunately, she isn't too bad. This woman has a businesswoman's mindset where she's constantly thinking about ways to make that cash, which makes sense due to her actually owning the Cunning Hares, which are a group of folks who perform odd jobs, usually with them jumping into the hollow. I'm not getting into that. If you want to know more about the game's plot, then play it. It's completely free. To keep a business like that afloat, she has to be pretty smart when it comes to funds, right?
No.
She's been known to have to pay back debts to people, usually the main characters battling Ys, which she dodges at times, or at least that's what it seems. Now, this may have been a one-time situation, but from how they reacted to seeing her, that may not exactly be the case. However, she does not have a problem with going out to make that cash, from doing small and easy jobs to ones that would have her shooting up a bunch of monsters and risk being turned into one of them herself. Not only that, but she seems to have a heart of gold underneath that minor tsundere demeanor. Not too much to where she's punching people in the face, or slapping them, or kicking them, or spouting out insults to people constantly without even like a second to allow them to breathe, but enough to make her have a little bit of that spiciness that we all like from the tsunderes. Not too much to where our mouths are burning, but just enough to partake in that delicious spicy Asian food. We see it in her way of wanting to save her lost friends at the start of the game, and even how she desires to help out a bunch of people who are trapped underground during a potential cover-up, which would have resulted in a shit ton of people's deaths. She's not a bad person, and even with her small little picadillos, she still means well and doesn't have an issue doing the right thing. A+ for personality. Lastly, let's get into her interests. Not much is shown in-game about characters' personal lives, so I did some digging and found a couple of pieces of in-game artwork that may help give us some insight. This piece here shows off multiple things, such as her having a love for money, jewelry, and it's even stated that she enjoys ramen. She looks to have a liking for cards and tricks and masks, but has a fear of ghosts and specters. She also obviously likes fashion, but that's kinda already shown. Very classic likes and interests for a waifu, yet a little overly done. Nothing wrong with that though. As we all know, the classic chocolate chip cookie is still delicious in this world of many different types of cookies. B+ for interests. All in all, Nicole wouldn't be a bad pick for someone's favorite waifu. She's got the looks, the personality, and the supportive nature to be there for you if she gets close to you. A solid choice for a solid waifu. A++ overall. Alright, now bring in the next one. Next up, we have Anby Demara. She is the younger adopted sister of Nicole. Now, look-wise, she has a more petite body type. Chest isn't that bulbous, her hips aren't popping out that far, and her clothes don't show all that much skin. But that's not a problem at all. Petite women still are a huge plus. She, for example, does not have any sort of back pain, so you won't have to worry about hearing about that. You may think that her outfit looks like something from a high schooler, but this is all tactical, not academical. The skirt allows her to move around fast, make high kicks, and dodge easily. She has that badass style, one that makes her look like she could take out a room full of enemies. Which she has, by the way. She may not have a sexy type of look, but she has a cute look, which in my opinion is just as good as a sexy one. S+ on the looks department. Personality-wise, she's a bit different from Nicole. She isn't as loud or vocal with herself, but is instead more of a kudere, which means she rarely shows high amounts of emotion. She's soft-spoken, tactical, and straightforward, mostly to the point of not caring at all about feelings. However, she inadvertently will be fairly funny too because of this. You see, Anby lacks a lot of common sense when it comes to certain things and situations. So it's like when you take a military man out of his element and send them to a nightclub. Not exactly the usual situation for him. Billy will sometimes take advantage of that to make jokes. It's honestly cute in my book. Also, Billy is probably one of the best dudes in this game. Number one. Awesome, motherfucker. Awesome. Anyway, A- personality-wise. Now, her personal interests are kind of a mystery. Not much has been shown or spoken about, or past, or things of that nature, so looking into it is next to impossible. The most we know is that she may have been given military training, even giving it to another character who is playable in the game. So I can't give a rating for it, but you can figure that out with her doing pillow talk or something. I don't know. While this waifu may be a bit of a crapshoot to get with, it's not a bad idea to shoot your shot where she's concerned. She would be a nice person to get with, honestly, especially with her being such a loyal individual, even to the point of throwing herself into a fight with monsters to protect her friends. Another solid choice. Oh yeah, that's a solid A rating, by the way. Von Lycan, furry, flexible, Butler. Need I say more? Triple S plus waifu, get in the bed and bitch! And now we make it to the best waifu in this game. The number one, absolutely perfect waifu in this entire game, or at least in this segment, to be seen today. Yes, I say this now, she is better than Nicole, she is better than Lycan. Well, I won't say she's better than Lycan, but she's definitely she's up there. They're at the same level. But she's better than Anby. Better than Anby. And her name is Asha. Look at her. Modest-sized breasts. Not too big, not too small. Perfect hips. A cute button bunny nose. And she looks all soft and cuddly. Look at her. She's so damn cute! Why isn't she a playable character in this game? But the damn underage shark bait is! Not only that, but she's a gamer girl. She works at an arcade, has a nice and inviting smile, and that usual young adult type of attitude where she doesn't give a shit about her job. But isn't an annoying, uncaring prick! She is perfect! I don't care what people say. She's number one. Best waifu in the game. Bring that bunny butt over here. We're making out while we play some Mario Kart Double Dash. Yes! Let's go!